Hey there, another episode of Casual vs Speedrun in GTA San Andreas. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, there's a playlist in the card and in the description, so go check it out. We start off with home invasion. Again, better driving and flicking the camera to despawn traffic gets the speedrun faster to the destination. Using the shotgun, the speedrun then does the sliding strat, which makes him move faster indoors and also has the perk to not make noise so the inhabitants of the house don't wake up. The sliding technique also works while holding the crates, so that works perfectly for our speedrun. He swiftly gets 3 crates and gets going to finish the mission. He even sets the 3rd crate while heading to the driver's side of the vehicle. Meanwhile, the casual is using what the game instructs him to use and goes into stealth mode. He is also struggling with the controls and almost wakes up the inhabitants. He also finds the 3 nearest crates, and it took him some time to get all of them inside the van, but he eventually does. In this mission, the sliding technique and better driving along with faster controls made it so the speedrun finishes 2 minutes and 38 seconds quicker. Up next is House Party. The speedrun immediately throws 2 grenades, bombing the parked cars and killing the group of enemies straight ahead. He then waits for the other waves to appear from the bridge and gets them too. Before the cutscene starts, he is already running to where the next waves will be coming from. He then throws grenades in the appropriate spawning locations of the enemy and kills all of them. The casual though is casually shooting and aiming to kill the enemies. His aiming is good, albeit very slow. So let's just speed up this section already. Since there are no major strats in this mission, knowledge of the section and faster enemy eliminations is why the speedrun is 50 seconds faster. Also note that the speedrun is immediately heading off to the next mission, so let's do the same. The next mission on the list is Catalyst. The speedrun immediately drives the short distance to the red marker, and the casual does so as well. The speedrun utilizes the grenade and throws it in between enemies, killing them at the same time, while also at the same time headshotting the enemy standing on the train. He then positions himself before the cutscene, anticipating the enemy car that will arrive after it. He shoots the gas tank, immediately blowing the car up along with all 4 enemies, and speeds to the next red marker. The difference in throwing the boxes between the speedrun and the casual is very clear here. The speedrun doesn't miss one, while the casual will miss several. The speedrun is already heading to the pay and spray, while the casual has just started throwing the boxes. The speedrun then drives to Grove Street and finishes the mission in 2 minutes and 22 seconds. The casual has just finished throwing the crates, and will make the same 2 trips to pay and spray, then the Grove. The difference in this mission is 1 minute and 10 seconds. Anticipating enemy positions and far better skill at the game in regard to throwing the boxes and in general has given the speedrun a big time difference. The next mission is robbing Uncle Sam. The speedrun starts off by driving to the military base to meet with the weekend soldiers, and the casual does the same. Again, faster driving and flicking the camera to manipulate and despawn traffic. Using a knife, the speedrun breaks the switch from the other side of the wall and just gets in. The casual will later be seen climbing up the wall and shooting the switch. The speedrun then throws a grenade at the second switch, opening the door, and he just ignores all the soldiers. He gets on the forklift and uses it to get 2 crates at a time. He gets unlucky and knocks one out, and has to get it again, which loses him time. Even though this is the current world record, so this record can at least be broken by having more luck and doing this section perfectly. The casual can be seen shooting the switches and the soldiers. He also gets out of the forklift to help Ryder kill some soldiers. On the drive back to load the crates, the speedrun doesn't sound the horn once, but just keeps driving full speed to the end of the mission. The casual hasn't even started loading the crates onto the van yet. The speedrun takes a custom route and arrives without the soldiers even appearing. By the time the speedrun is done, the casual has only loaded his first crate. So let's speed this up. The casual will toss some crates in order to blow the soldiers out, but he is unsuccessful. Nevertheless, he eventually gets to the end as well. The difference in time in this mission is 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Up next is reuniting the families. The speedrun, as well as the casual, both drive pretty fast, albeit the casual drives more cautiously and speedrun takes some shortcuts. Once the speedrun arrives, he immediately goes inside the motel and starts sliding again, ignoring almost all the cops. He gets upstairs and gets armor before continuing his way to meet Sweet. The casual has waited for the dialogue to end before he gets into the red marker, and he also immediately gets into the motel and crouches for better aim and starts shooting the cops. Once the speedrun is with Sweet on the roof, he throws a grenade and caps his FPS to blow the helicopter out, then jumps off the roof to the exact location where Sweet would have led him if he played casual. What's the casual doing? While the speedrun is already on the final parts of the mission, the casual hasn't even met Sweet yet. The rest of the mission plays almost the same for both the speedrun and the casual, since all they'll be doing is basically shoot cars with the AK provided while the AI is driving. And the casual keeps kissing more babes while his brother is about to be killed. The speedrun is done, while the casual is just about to start the final part. So let's speed it up. All in all, with sliding, blowing up the helicopter and jumping off the roof, along with masculinity and not falling for 2004 AI triangular babes, the speedrun is 3 minutes and 25 seconds faster. To conclude, last time, the total difference at the end of the last video was 1 hour 26 minutes and 1 second for the casual, and 45 minutes and 4 seconds for the speedrun, for an overall difference of 40 minutes and 57 seconds or 47%. The time saved by the speedrun in this video is 2 minutes and 38 seconds for the first mission, 50 seconds for the second, 1 minute and 10 seconds for the third, 3 minutes 47 seconds for the fourth, and 3 minutes 25 seconds for the fifth, for an overall mission difference of 12 minutes and 50 seconds. This brings our overall total to 54 minutes and 45 seconds for the speedrun and 1 hour 51 minutes 24 seconds for the casual, with an overall difference of 57 minutes and 39 seconds or 49.1%. So that's it for today. Next time we'll be moving out of Los Santos, so make sure to subscribe so you won't miss it. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, tell me about it in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation. And if you did, tell me about it in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation. So, bye!